My name is Lochlin Cross. I am joined by Stacey Disotell. We had to do that off air. Not French. Owner, operator of a locally owned business in Edmonton, Ardent Roof Systems. You and I, Stacey, had a lunch, and we talked about the idea of doing a series of podcasts to explain your business. So that's the motivation. In episode 1, which this is, we're going to do a quick history of Ardent Roof Systems. So can you give us kind of an idea of how you got started in the roofing business?
I've been in roofing now for 20 plus years, being on the tools, doing the actual jobs, working for other companies as an installer. So coming up through the ropes and learning the trade gave me the ability to have a lot of respect for what it takes to do the job. Mm-hmm. And having a lot of background in business management, and that was my college degree and everything like that, and coming out to Alberta, it kind of opened up the doors for me to see opportunities as they presented themselves. And long story short, an opportunity came up with 3 other guys to partner together and do what we felt we wanted to deliver in the industry as a different level of standard when it comes to roofing.
Okay.
It's kind of a dry topic. It's one that most consumers are like, oh, you mean I have to deal with the roof? It's like, we really have to do this right now. Yeah. And it can be a very expensive option, and sometimes people aren't exactly ready for it because not everybody pays attention to the roof on a daily basis. They don't realize something's wrong with it until they have a problem. And then they reach out to us when they're not having a good day. So we try to make the experience as painless as possible and walk them through it. And when the opportunity came to do this for ourselves, we felt that there was a way to do it and a way to connect with the client and make them feel comfortable and inform them of everything that was going on. And some of the other companies that I worked for in the past, they were missing that connect. And it might have been because the companies were of such a large scale and so many layers, it created an atmosphere of disconnect within it. And for me to be where I am today, fast forwarding, I'm the last guy standing out of the 4-way partnership. So my son-in-law now is my sales manager, and he's anxious to really be a complete part of the company.
Or stay off the tools.
Exactly. Yeah. So the transition over the last decade of starting the company into where we are now, there was a lot of things that had changed and a lot of dynamics and a lot of direction. So to where we are now, I'm really proud of what we created. And now it's to tell the average consumer what it is that we can actually offer as a company that may be a little bit different than the other guys.
So why you got into the business is you kind of answered that. Mm-hmm. And you've been how long has Ardent been doing what, how
over
long
10 years now.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
So 20 plus years in the business, 10 years you've been running Ardent.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many people have you got working for you?
I've got 8 on staff. I got a couple of contractors working in-house. So that's a fully staffed service department to go out and take care of, small repair work, sales staff, and then production guys, safety officer.
Yeah.
And then I've probably got any range from 30 to 50 guys in the field doing all the installs, pending the time of the year and how much workload is actually on the go.
A lot of conversation in the business sector right now about staffing and hiring and how difficult that is.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to find.
Still hard, right?
Well, for me, maybe it's a little bit tougher because I'm very particular. I'm looking for the mindset of being a part of our team so that everybody on all level is delivering that same level of experience to our consumer. And that's what I really thrive for with my business is I'm not looking to be on page 1 of Google and to be found and what we, how great of a deal that we have to offer today to try to walk work in our door. We're heavily referral based on what we've done for people to help them through difficult times and give them a very, very high quality product in the end, and an experience that they feel very good about. And now that's something that they're happy to go tell all their friends about.
You brought up something, you touched on it. Like, it's not a sexy project. It's not like we're redoing the kitchen, honey. Right? It's like, oh, damn it, we got to do the roof.
Yeah.
Right? So it's definitely going to be an interesting dynamic between you and the customer because they're not doing something they're excited about. They're doing something that, like you said, it's probably a necessity. How many times have I had you like frantic calls? It's never a good thing when the phone's ringing from Lochlin.
No.
He screwed up his roof in 2015. And then Stacey and Ardent had to fix it every year for 5 years.
Well, and that's what makes it very difficult for us to have a good engagement with our clients, because 90% of the time they're calling us when they're not having a good day.
Yeah.
it's what we do to help them get through it, and what we may feel that we do differently compared to others, and it's to make that experience more pleasurable, considering they're not having a good day at the moment.
What area do you service? Is it just Edmonton? Could I call you from, like, if I stumble across this on your webpage, and I'm in Grand Prairie, would you do a project in Grand Prairie? Not yet?
We do have the ability to go that far within our circle. With our property management sector, we take care of a lot of property managers and their properties, so we might have to go to Grand Prairie, we might have to go out to Vegreville, we might have to go down to Red Deer. We're incorporated now in BC and in Saskatchewan because we do have one property manager that wants us to basically take care of everything almost in Western Canada. It does come at a cost, but that particular manager knows what he's getting for that particular cost, so he's happy to have us go into other markets and take care of their products. So when you would be the one calling, we can take care of everything within the circle of Stony Plain to Ardrossan to south of Leduc out to Millet and all those areas quite easily. And it's demanded on us from the insurance sector that we do. And we have a big circle of about 200 kilometers around the city that we have to take care of for insurance.
Okay. That's a good segue into where do you think your business is going?
The last couple of years, it's really transitioned into a heavily referral-based business for any of the average consumer needs. We've grown the business substantially in the insurance world and property management, and we've scaled back a lot in new construction. But having the versatility of being able to work in all of the markets of sloped roofing has given us the ability to be a 100% year-round roofing company. So at any particular time of the year, if a customer is having a problem like that bad day scenario, they can get a hold of us. The phones are always on.
So that's a good way to wrap up episode number 1. I wanted to get a history and kind of get a sense of the business. The second episode, which is also on the webpage, and you're already here, so you know where it is going to be how to select a contractor. So we're going to get into that because that's something about your business that is, well, it's involved.
It is.
The Locker Room for Ardent Roof Systems. Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.